Do you love God but still feel anxious or overwhelmed? Have people or experiences shaken your ability to trust? Have you tried to pray harder, push through, or think differently, but still feel stuck? Would you like to finally be able to calm your mind and emotions? I've been there. I struggled for years with anxiety, intrusive thoughts, and feeling like I was failing spiritually when I wasn't actually at fault at all. I was simply experiencing the effects of trauma in my nervous system. Now, as a licensed professional counselor and certified EMDR therapist, I help other Christian women to understand and process what's happening to them so that they can experience the healing that Jesus provides through good therapy. That can be a miracle too. I'm Michelle Croyle, and I'm here to tell you that you're not failing, you're wounded, and wounds can heal. So grab your favorite beverage, a notebook and pen, and take a deep, relaxing breath because you're about to be refreshed. Let's get started. So you're going about a normal day and suddenly a wave of heat just rushes through you. Or maybe everything feels far away, like you're watching your own life through a movie. Or your heart starts pounding for no reason at all. You might think, why am I responding like this? What is happening? Well, today we're going to talk about the symptoms of trauma and chronic stress, how they show up in the body and the nervous system, these experiences that people often report after going through hard stuff. And I'm going to tell you some about why it happens and how faith can come alongside it with good care. Because it's not mutually exclusive. It's not just the body, just the nervous system, and then faith. And faith is the one we choose. It's the better part. God made the body, and when we take care of what the body needs to be taken care of and to heal, it helps us to have a solid foundation from which to steward the spiritual. And the spiritual gives us a solid foundation from which to steward the body. It's all interrelated. God didn't make mistakes when He made us with earthly bodies and with spirits, right? He's the one who designed you miraculously. So before we dive in, I want to say something important about these symptoms. They don't automatically mean that they're coming from trauma and that that's why you're having them. So if you're experiencing them, there might be medical conditions or hormone changes, medication side effects that could be doing something. So if you're unsure about what's happening and you're noticing these things in yourself, go to somebody who is a professional healthcare provider. Maybe talk to your doctor. But know that help is out there. Help is out there, and people can help you to figure out what's going on if you're experiencing symptoms. That said, from a mental health standpoint, these experiences absolutely can happen as a result of trauma. And so I want you to just see if you've experienced any of these things and notice that that does not mean that you're faulty. That's just possible evidence of what you've survived and how it's impacted you. So let's walk through why some of these happen. Heat or flushing. Stress hormones like adrenaline might be temporarily shifting your blood flow, creating sudden warmth. Dissociation might be something you experience. That's where you're kind of not really aware of where you are in time and space. Your body may be one place, but your thoughts may be somewhere else. You're kind of in a disconnection from the present moment in some way. Depersonalization is another one. That's where stress disrupts how the body integrates emotion, body sensation, self-awareness, and it can be kind of frightening. It's another form of protection, but it's basically where you don't feel real in some capacity. Derealization is when the outside world doesn't seem real. So high stress changes how the brain processes the environment, and that can make the world outside of you feel like a movie or like it's foggy or like it doesn't really exist. That can be kind of unstabilizing. Another thing you might experience is a startle response, right? When your nervous system has been on high alert for a long time, it might be hypervigilant and scanning constantly. And so something unexpected or even a harmless sound or movement can trigger a strong reaction in your body. And if it echoes something from the past, if something's encoded and it's just because something was harmful in the past and your system picks up on it, you might be off to the races with any of these symptoms, or a startle response might send you straight into a flashback, which could then go into dissociation. These often occur um, together in various ways. And so just being aware of, hey, what's my nervous system trying to tell me right now? What's it communicating? Muscle tension. You might notice that you're staying braced, ready to defend yourself. Maybe there's tension in your jaw or a pit in your stomach a lot of the time. Maybe you're feeling numb. That can be another protective shutdown response. Maybe you're shaking or trembling for no reason. It's like your body is going into being activated for fight or flight, or maybe it's releasing the extra energy from having been in fight or flight. Maybe you're having heart palpitations where the adrenaline is preparing your body with the energy it thinks it needs to survive, again, to fight back or to get away. Or chest tightness, changes in breathing, digestive issues. There's a lot of chemical changes that happen when your physiology feels threatened. You might even feel dizzy because the blood flow is changing and the breathing cadence is changing as your body thinks that it needs to gear up for action. Or maybe your system goes, I just cannot fight this. I'm going to go into freeze or shutdown, or I just am exhausted because I cannot sustain this. All of this is normal when you've experienced trauma wounding. That doesn't mean it's normal for healthy functioning as far as the best way that life is going to feel, but it's normal for healthy functioning as far as this is what happens to a nervous system when it's been strong for too long and hasn't been able to encode and let go of the experiences in the appropriate way so that the energy shifts and things get a timestamp that say it happened in the past, it's not still happening now. But one of the lies that we need to let go of as Christians is this, that if I just had more faith, this would be gone. There must be something wrong with me. God must be punishing me. That is not true. That is simply just not true. God loves you. He loves you. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and He is healing for you. These reactions simply mean that your nervous system needs help. You may need help. And maybe this is simply your body's way of saying, hello, please pay attention to me. Because God already has provided people out there who can help. He's prepared people long before you ever know them for such a time as this to walk through this with you. I remember when I was preparing for my grad degree that I was like, there are people I have never met yet that I'm going to come in contact with years in the future that God is preparing me right now so that in the future I can help them when He brings them. And you know what? That's been so true. It's absolutely amazing. I'm like, these are divine moments that He prepared for me to be ready for you now. And I'm not the only one. He's prepared other good Christian counselors who understand trauma. We may be unicorns out there, but we do exist. It's like that M&M commercial. They do exist. We are here, and God has given helpers. Iron sharpens iron. If you want to work with me, you can find out more about that by going to www.emdrpittsburgh.com or look in the show notes. I also do free consults, or find someone near you that you would like to work with, but please don't sell yourself short. If your body is communicating with you, you're not failing. Your body just needs direction for how to process it. I particularly like EMDR as the trauma therapy. It's evidence-based for helping to heal trauma, and it is something that is very gentle. The way that I do it is very gentle. It doesn't mean it's not intense, but the process, we pay attention and honor your nervous system. So if you go, oh, I don't know, that might be too flooding, that might be too much, too overwhelming, that's part of what we pay attention to. And we talk to that part, and we notice the part of you that feels that way. We notice what your body tension's doing. And I help you to regulate, to be able to breathe, to be able to notice. And we never dishonor the nervous system by pushing without permission. And we tune this into you. And EMDR is one of those ways that I use to help people tune into their body, their different parts of self, their emotional sensations, as well as the trauma story that's stored inside of them, that target that we're going after. And so, again, I invite you to reach out if you would like to go deep over the course of a few days. People often can resolve so many different experiences of trauma when they come in for an intensive. We do like 4 hours at a time over the course of 1 to 3 days. And we say, okay, this is the focus of where we're going to pay attention. And that's all in the treatment part plan. But we then sit with that. And oftentimes, what may have been a disturbance of an 8 on a 0 to 10 scale, before they leave, it's down to a 0. And oftentimes, we can clear 3 to 5 or 7 of these targets, because it's concentrated time to just sit with your nervous system and listen to it and let it do what it needs to do to really get that timestamp and say, oh, that happened. It's not happening. So again, I invite you to reach out to me or find a good trauma therapist near you. Healing is holistic. It's not just a simple poof and it's gone. If you broke your arm, you'd get a cast, right? Or if your teeth were crooked, you wouldn't just pray them straight, you'd get braces. God provided those paths to healing. He provided therapy too, right? Sometimes it might involve medication, definitely prayer, scripture, truth, journaling, supportive relationships, healthy habits, exercise, good sleep, good nutrition. These aren't in competition with one another. They work together. It's a holistic view of healing. And if therapy can help, why not? Your life could be changed in a matter of days through a therapy intensive. Here's the encouraging part and why I can say that. Well, I can't make guarantees because every nervous system is different, and the number of traumas people have been through are different, and the way they've been organized in the nervous system are different. The encouraging part is that nervous systems are absolutely capable of change and of healing. With time, support, the right tools, the ability to self-regulate, which is also something a therapist can help work with your nervous system on, and having your needs met in safe spaces with compassionate others, you can find healing. Many people find these reactions become less intense, less frequent, or even eliminated. This has been my own experience. Many of these things that I have shared with you today as these things that can show up, I've experienced personally. I've had a number of these things on the list show up in my own life. And in the past, I was diagnosed with PTSD. And I no longer qualify for that. I've been living free from that stuff for a number of years now. But I was dealing with stuff way back in junior high. So it was with me for a long time. And I know how hard it is. But it doesn't mean that your body can't learn safety again. I'm a living example of that. Right? And, if you're not dead, if you're still, as Dave Ramsey says, sucking air or sucking wind, if you're still breathing, there's hope. And I do believe that you can see hope in the land of the living. As believers, we can hold on to a deeper hope that God is with us even in our suffering. He cares for you. And He cares for your physical nature, your nervous system, as well as your spiritual. Every hair on your head is numbered. He cares about your body, your mind, and your spirit. His compassion is not limited by your symptoms. He loves you. If anything in today's episode resonated with you, I hope it helps you to better understand what your body might be going through, And sometimes these types of symptoms show up months or years later. Sometimes when we're finally through the thing we had to survive, our nervous system finally feels safe to start going, oh, okay, I don't know what to do with the rest of this kind of residue from the experience. Someone help. That might be why some things show up when you're like, nothing's even wrong. What is going on with me? Your body makes sense. Your body makes sense. Sometimes we just need help in the translation of what it needs. And a trauma-informed therapist can really help. And God certainly can help lead the way to healing with his wisdom. You put the two together, you got a pretty powerful response that will hopefully help you to get a lot of good progress, if not complete healing or very close to complete healing. But again, no guarantees because, there's all those legal matters and stuff that we don't want to get into trouble for. But, I've seen great results is the point. I want you to know that people heal all the time. I get a front row seat to God's miraculous nature all the time. He has a good plan for your life. He sees you. He cares. And he works everything together for good to those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And if you don't have that hope right now, I'll hold it for you. Because there was a time where I didn't have that hope either, but I trusted him when he told me he would redeem this. I was like, okay, God, don't know how you're going to do it, but okay. And he did. And more than that, he abundantly did. And now I want you to have that freedom too, even if you don't see how yet.
The content that you heard today is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not to replace professional therapy and is not to be considered a professional therapeutic relationship. If you would like to work with me, please reach out through the contact link in the show notes. I'd love to hear your story. And if you liked what you heard today and would like to share it with somebody or leave a rating and review, we greatly appreciate it so others can listen in too.